Hi and welcome to 10A Season. My name is Thomas Gold, I'm a DJ and producer, and I'm your host of this show. In the next couple of weeks, we will take you on a journey and show you the story of 10 music producers which we casted worldwide on their way from the beginning of their music production until the very end. In this episode, you get to know the producers and their music, you will listen to what they're working on, and you will see some of the first coaching sessions. So let's do this. This is 10A Season, episode 1. Can you just raise your hand if you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wow, this is amazing. I'm so excited, and thanks to all of you guys for making this happen. This meeting is like going all over the world. We start in California, where Preston is based, and then it goes up until China. Djante, you are in Beijing right now? Yep. And then Mikey, aka Fancy Floss, is in Japan. So this is like
Wow.
I'm super happy to have you on board. In the team, we also have Massimo, you can see him, and Matt. And then we have Martin. This is Dom. Then we have Doreen, he's the film guy for the season.
Hello.
I think we have 10 weeks ahead of a lot of work, but a lot of fun as well. I just want to let you know that I'll be there for you guys. Whenever you have a problem, whenever something doesn't really work, text me. I'm on the same level. I can't wait to go deeper into the projects we're working on. And I really love what we're doing here. We are ready, and I hope you are ready too. And that's it for now. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, goodbye.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Mikey Bernicci, producer DJ from Miami, Florida. There's really no plan B for me. When it comes to music, it's all or nothing. Like, I'm going head first in it. I'll never stop until I make it to the top. It's gonna be hard work, but I'm ready for that. When I'm not making music, most of the time I'm spending time with my girlfriend or friends and family, working out, and I also have a hobby. I like to play men's softball and things like that. Thank you guys.
Okay, now we're having Mikey from Miami. I would say the first thing should be that we show people the track we're working on. Cool, nice one. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great start already. Has a lot of vibe, a lot of good sounds in there. And arrangement-wise, you know what you're doing already, so it's pretty much there already. I would maybe make the first build-up different from the second build-up with the pitched synth sounds, just to make it a little bit different from the second one. But yeah. I would definitely do that, the pitch up. Try to change the rhythmic structure instead of like doom do 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 do, more like trioles, like doom do 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 doom.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Fancy Floss. I'm a DJ producer based in Japan. When I'm not making music, maybe I will study something about Japanese law because I'm a university student of Japanese law.
So coaching number 2 for today is Fancy Floss from Japan. There he is. Hey man, when did you come up with the idea? How long have you been working on that track already?
I made this track with 1 week, only 1 week. I knew that 10 season is coming, so I have to prepare some ideas.
What's your plan with it in the next 10 weeks? What's your goal?
I really love to know how to make professional breakdown or professional sound designing and professional sound selection, etc. Yeah, I like to know something like that.
You know what? Let us just listen to the track once again.
Okay, so I'm played.
Here we go. It works.
Awesome, awesome.
it's a pretty good layout already, and I like, for example, the piano. Do 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 do. This is something catchy already in the breakdown, and then I also
Thank you.
I think the drop melody works pretty well. For me,
Yeah.
it would be mainly about beefing up the sounds and make them a little bit more special, unique. Maybe work on the drop lead to make it a little bit more cutting through. Add some more
Yeah.
sounds, but you have everything in there. You have the string sounds in there, the guitars. So basically, it's all there. And for you, the challenge is to have emotional breakdowns. But this is already very emotional. And if you
Oh, thank
imagine,
you.
Yo guys, what's up? My name is Len, I'm 24 years old and I'm living in Cologne, Germany. Behind me you can see my little home studio here in Cologne. Yeah, I would be really excited to improve my skills and bringing my productions to the next level.
Let's do this.
Everything seems to be fading away from your grasp. Are we done? Or was this only the beginning?
Oh my god!
My little finger came on the...
Nice. I really like it. I think it's a great idea, and I think there's a lot of potential in there. I think it's a great project to work on. I would suggest we work on the acid part. I would suggest to bring it out a little bit more, and also we should work on the hard dance kicks, like the high pitch kicks, you know, because they're in there for the fills a little bit, like dung dung dung, and then it goes back to, let's say, big room style drums. But why not making it a little bit more obvious with these kicks and present it more like a hard style track to make it more edgy, to work on some harder fills, some harder build ups, to really make the energy pop out of the track and make it really stand out.
Sounds great. That's that way I want to go, because it's the first time, to be honest, I'm using these old school samples, and that's why I gave that project to you, because
Because I'm so old school. Thank you.
no.
Yo, what's up guys, I'm Preston and I'm planning to be a part of Djante Session. I'd like to be a part of Djante Session to strengthen my music production skills, get to know more people in the music industry. When I'm not working on music, I'm either at my day job at the restaurant.
here we go. Hold on, let me. Okay. What's your biggest challenge within the track for you? What do you think you could use the most to help?
I think just basically finishing the whole track. I think like the drop's ready, right? And then just gotta get the verses and then the singer on it.
Would you rather go for like guitars throughout the whole song, even in the verses, or would you maybe have more contrast, or you know?
I think
because
like some like pianos and guitars, more guitars.
we were trying to figure out what we could do for the verse, and Preston is actually putting in some instruments now, and we're gonna see how it works out, how it sounds. Are you more of a player, or do you construct the stuff yourself with the single notes, or do you actually play the piano?
Depends on what I need it for, but most of the time I just write it in.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Taran. I'm a dance music producer.
I've been making electronic music for 5 years now. When I'm not making electronic music, I am a full-time family man. I have my wife and one kid. I'm also a music instructor. I teach drums, guitar, and a little bit piano. And I'm also a videographer. Take care, bye.
Yes. There he is. Hey, man.
How are you, Thomas?
I'm good, and you?
Actually, we share the studio. It's an apartment that I live in. So half of it is this room with play toys, and half of it is my studio with,
That's a nice
drum
combination.
set. I would show it to you, but I can't move the computer.
Boom. Our Zoom is gone. Okay.
Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm an international DJ, producer, indie pop singer, and actress. About myself, I can say that I love self-development. Here are the projects which I'm working on now. And this part. And when I'm not doing music, I'm doing music videos for my songs or studying new things about music. Bye.
Natalie entering the room. We're starting the coaching session with her right now.
There's 2 tracks in there. One's crazy, the other is yo.
Yes. This is crazy.
How would you call this genre?
I think it's something like hard dance and jump because
Now I'm learning a little bit about jungle terror and hard dance. And also the yo track you did. It has this tribal groove in the beginning, very fast, but definitely the yo track would be my favorite to work on. If you make the track as a whole interesting enough, let's say with a part where you build up the tension and then you do the drop and then you do maybe one breakdown section or whatever. You want to show us the other idea as well? The sound is kind of special. It would need more of a face to me, I would need some more elements which make it recognizable. But what I was thinking of, can this combined with the other idea? Let's say a B drop or something, or a B part.
actually before I made them different, I was thinking about that.
Good morning, my name is Hans. I'm a 33-year-old dance music producer from Germany. I've been producing music for quite a while. I've spent a season in Ibiza. I've worked and learned at a two-room label in London, and I've decided to make music my life and my profession. And I thought it would be cool if I show you a little bit what I'm working on right now. So this here is a remix of Infinity Reloaded, and I wanted to give it like a really tough approach. I wanted to sound like tough and in your face. And here's my key, philosophy. A friend like me just needs infinity.
Oh, yeah. Next up is Carsten.
Hey, how are you? Nice to
I'm
see you.
good.
that's pretty much it. That's what I have so far.
We get the idea. It's already pretty lot there. So a lot of instruments, a lot of sounds, and the vibe is great. Question is, what is
Hi everyone, my name is Carlo. I'm a music producer from Italy. I love making music. I love creating, and I spend like most of my free time making music. So it's been like 5 years since I started making music, and now I think I really want it to be a part of my life.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hello.
How's it going?
I'm fine. I'm doing good.
I think it's not coming through the stereo output.
Oh, okay. Maybe this it was mono checked. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Now is it better? Okay.
Here we go. Perfect. Stereo 2021. I would say just play the project from the beginning to the end. Let's go.
I'm losing control. I'm losing control. I'm losing control. You're like a smooth operator. Your moves, you make me losing control. Losing control.
Cool, really cool. I think it's a great idea. The vocal is, I don't remember.
It's from Splice.
Yeah, so we have to change that. I see it totally going that tech house direction, like commercial tech house stuff with a vocal. We can think about the structure of the vocal, because this is now just a very short one and she's repeating herself all the time. What's your thought? What's your idea behind the track, and what do you think is your greatest challenge with the track?
Firstly, when I started creating this track, it was like I want to make some club music, but it is now not at all. It's like an adventure, if we can call like that.
What this track needs most is a structure and arrangement. First of all, to see the flow of the energy is right. Then we need a vocal. First steps would be, let's work on the arrangement.
Okay.
To see what elements we have. I'm missing the big breakdown, the big second breakdown, especially with the tech house tracks. People are like, like getting crazy. Yeah, let's do it. And then you give them what they want, with the drop. Big impact. And
Hey guys, my name is Djante. I am a 22-year producer from the small island of Antigua and Barbuda. I love making progressive house, bass house, and big room. When I'm not making music, I like to draw and I like to watch movies. I'm a big movie buff. And if I'm not doing those two things, well, I'm back to making music again.
I really like this whistling sound in the drop. What you should do is try to create the whole arrangement. Just an idea, maybe the snare roll should start slower, not eighths, but only quarters. Dung, dung, dung. So because I would rather take a little bit away from the flow to make a little bit of a difference that you really can feel. Okay, there's the build up coming, You either go down like, then you go up again. So you build the energy. What is long fill? This is
The fills are snares.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I was thinking in the first place, that maybe you can do it half tempo in the first 2 or 4 bars of it. It's only like doof, doof, doof instead of doof, 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 doof.
Okay, I might have to cut it
yeah,
like this because it's a sample.
In our weekly group call, this week's topic was social media and how to approach them. We discussed thoughts, strategies, and ways how to handle the individual channels. We're starting this week with the first session, and we thought we'd talk about social media. And what we saw is when we got your applications that some of you guys are really strong already, I would call that, or like are established with social media, a lot of followers at Instagram. I have a lot of experience, good experience, bad experiences throughout my career. And we're still trying to figure out what could be best, but it's super hard, as you all know. The thing is that social media are one of the most important parts in an artist's career. At the end, it's super important that you are a part of the social media community. And I'm trying to find my way and make as much as I need, but also as much as I can. And how important would you see your personal social media?
I think social media is pretty a big part of my artistry because that's the only way I can reach my fans and supporters. I guess seriously starting on mine 3 years ago. It started off pretty slow because no one knew who I was, and then just through my release and all that stuff, I started gaining more followers and more fans.
How often do you post a week?
I post about maybe 2 to 3 times a week.
Natalie, you have a lot of Instagram followers. How did that start for you? And what was your strategy behind it? How did you do that?
I don't know, maybe I didn't have a strategy. I just started maybe in 2018. Yeah, but I'm not so active on social media actually because I don't like to post everything that I do. I like to post the project which I created or the video which I made or the song which I made or the show which I had. That's why maybe I just post once in a month or something like this.
Djante, how is it right now in Beijing? How is it? Do you work on VPN all the time, or?
I have to use a VPN if I want to connect with family back home, or even just to go on Instagram and scroll through my feed. Some websites are blocked too. Say if I wanted to go on Amazon, I'd need a VPN to go on Amazon.
Carsten, I mean, you're posting a lot on your stories and you're telling a lot to the people. What's your feeling about it? Do you get the feedback from that?
Let's just say it like this. I think I had the wrong attitude towards it. When you scroll down and you consume a lot of Instagram content, you start to compare yourself to the other DJs. Somebody's always doing better than you. Somebody's always sounding better, blah, blah, blah. And it stops you from enjoying yourself and enjoying where you are in the journey right now, I think. Honestly, I thought too much about what other people would think. So I tried to consider everybody's opinion, and that cost me not to post anything. Now I've sort of changed my opinion about that because I feel like, hey, I'm loving what I do, and I want people to be able to connect to me as a creator and to my work. And I can only do that if I really let them in, if I'm not holding back. I'm getting really good responses now, from people. I don't know, I like it. It's working.
And I just want to get back to one thing that Carsten said about if you always compare yourself to other producers, and then see, these are there, he's so good, he's doing that, and why don't I have that? And I think it's really important. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people. You should, in the first place, compare yourself to yourself. What have I done within 2 months? How did I develop from half a year ago to now? This is what really is important, that yourself have improved, or you have developed your skills or whatever. They call it a self-to-self comparison, and it's a concept. Always, I mean, you have to have visions. You should look up to bigger people. Okay, I want to be like Tiesto. I want to be on that stage at one day, and I want to follow the dream. But on the other hand, you have to chunk it down. You cannot take this one leap from now, where we are now, or you are, to being on the main stage of Tomorrowland. There are leaps or steps in between. And if you split the journey up into smaller steps, okay, I want to be, let's say, a resident in my next bigger club. I want to have a release on Fanta Records, Revealed, Protocol, whatever, or Stamped, and then I want to have a second release, and then I want to build a little bit of a name, and maybe at some point I get a booking agent. So you go the steps, and you should always look back and tell yourself where you are right now and where have you been half a year ago, and what have you achieved already. Even if it's small steps, these small steps, they count. But many successful people, they had to work their way upwards. I know how it can be if you come to a place and no one's there to listen to you. And I remember I was in Miami during a winter music conference, and there was one of these rooftop hotel bar parties. It's 10 years ago, and I had a gig and it was not even at the pool. I was inside in a restaurant, and who was playing with me? Dimitri Vegas and like Mike, and we had 7 guests when we played together, you know. 7 guests were the bartenders, you know, and the owner. That was all the people who was there. But always look at yourself and look at your own development. If that's right, you're on the right way. You've come a long way so far already. Hey guys, was a pleasure.
Welcome to beautiful Miami. It's currently 1 p.m. and I'm kind of tired from staying up last night.
This is his song right here. Last night I thought we were gonna break the floor. Can we turn up? This is the club baker. Hit him with this spin.
Fun fact, last New Year's, I saw Thomas play right over there.
I also think the second breakdown could use a little bit more energy. So I would not put only the ride in there. I would also add maybe a kick and maybe like kind of like a groove, like something that drives people through the second half of breakdown too. I would definitely work on the bass line to make it a little bit more aggressive. I like the sound. I like how it's played. I would just like make it more like cutting through the mix to give it this razor edgy sound. You know,
I feel like I always like have trouble with that, making aggressive house. I don't know why.
Yeah, we can work on that. What's your idea of a vocal?
I like both female and male. I like more energetic, especially towards like the build up.
I'll try to reach out to singers and top line writers and get some feedback, and you can maybe try to work on the build-ups to make them different, 1 versus 2. Maybe try to work on the bassline sound. I'm talking about the mid bass, you know, the aggressive mid bass stuff.
Because this is how it sounds like.
What you could do is you copy this whole track and make a new channel, a new track with it, with the same sound, but you filter the sound, you cut the lows, you cut the highs, you only leave the mid-range. And then you work on that mid-range, so you can actually control the mid-range better in a separate track, which you just add to the main bass sound, and then you have this like filtered part of the frequency spectrum, and then you can, let's say, try distorting it, saturating it to make it a little bit more aggressive in the upper mids, you know, that it kind of like scratches your ears a little bit.
Do you keep the mid bass in mono also?
No, not always, but I wouldn't make it too wide, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think that's it for today.
See you next week.
Hi everyone, as you can see, I worked a little bit on the intro and the first part of my new music. I'm really happy with the results so far, but I'm always struggling with the sound selection and making melodies for the intro part. Yeah, I'm so excited, and stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching.
One idea is play the lead melody of the drop with either, let's say, a guitar, an electric guitar, not a distorted one, just a clean electric guitar with a lot of delay and reverb, so make it blend with the rest of the sounds, but it adds this organic touch to it. Or use another string sound, maybe a more attacky one, like an arco string or even like a staccato string, to add to the drop melody as well. Can you play the breakdown section again, please? Maybe, just so you can build up the energy even a little bit more, you filter down, especially the ambient pad 6 and Warm So Beautiful. So you filter them and you let them come up throughout the breakdown a little bit more. So you start with the guitar on top of a very mellow bed of sounds.
Okay, so
what sound is the bass here in the breakdown section?
Like then I'm using some two bass. One is a really basic sine sub bass like this.
Okay,
yeah, and there's some strings part. I'm using some guitar bass for the more, make it more rhythmical and groovy.
Yeah, I would crank that up a little bit more, and because it really gives it a drive. I'm thinking of if the side chain is a little bit too strong here, because it's cool if you hear like a bass guitar, dang 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 dang, you know?
Yeah.
If you could maybe put the kickstart to let's say 60% or so. I mean 60, 55, something like that, around that. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make it a little bit more do instead of, because the pumping we have it in the drop anyway. You know, it's all pumping. But for
Yeah,
this
yes,
part,
definitely.
it's more like do, and you have to kick. Just an idea to build up the energy, increase the volume of the kick from 37 to 45, or maybe you have a high cut filter and you open it up so it gets more in your face, the kick, so it leads more to the snare. And also you could add another pad, or maybe one of the pads works with it, that you open up the filter of the pad. You make it a little bit brighter, just a little bit, so you can feel there's something coming, you know, for these 8 bars. And then you go yeah, so you have this moment where everything starts rolling and then you go into the drop. I think this is it for today. Hey, have a good one. Have a great week and speak to you soon, okay?
Yo guys, what's up? Today I'm talking about my music video for my track Bad Producer. I was searching for an animal which was chewing something, so I could use it for the Let's Go. So if you see... Let's go! I hope you liked it. Stay safe.
We could maybe start to see or to talk about the layout. You know, where would we put some more of the acid part? And maybe your homework could be try to structure the arrangement already, like roughly how you think it could work with an intro and all this stuff. So we have something to work on. And then we go into the details of each part.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Cool.
Let's do this.
I think that's it for today.
Yo, what's up guys? So today I'm going to give you guys a studio tour. So right here I got my MacBook. This is where I make all my music. I got my secondary screen right there. These are my monitors right here. I got the Yamaha HS8s. I got a nice little mic right here. And behind me I got my pianos. Got a couple of guitars over here. Alright, then if you come over here, got this building right here. It's a cool building. It's a vocal booth. This is where a singer would usually sing on the track. We got my decks where I DJ. It's my drum set, and right there is a random treadmill that I don't use.
My next step would be like trying to find a sound which adds to the piano, gives it a little bit more of a modern touch. Maybe also try to find vocal chops. And what do you think of like sidechaining these pads with the kick or with the drum loop at all? We could try to find a real compressor which acts on the kick, you know, so it really is more like, so it gives more like of a heavier groove to it.
You're talking about like when we over at right here, right? When the drums come in?
Yeah, maybe just base it on the kick and make the compressor like hit whenever the kick hits. The second half of the build-up has a changing chord progression. Maybe this could be interesting for the verse as well already, because it's really nice. It's very emotional. I'd rather play the piano in the verse, not not eighth notes. I would just play them like dum bum bum. So Preston's basically what he's doing right now. He's recording his own guitars on top of the track, which always gives the track a very special and own characteristic signature note. It's amazing. I like it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah. Just one thing, I would maybe for the EQing of the guitar, to make it like super fluffy and easy, try to get rid of some of the mid frequencies, like the lower mids between, I would say, 300 hertz or 200 upwards to 1,000, and see how much you really need. So to make it really like very light. Maybe for the drums, you can adjust them to the track. For example, you put like a reverb snare on every second bar, like you know, like just to spice up the loop a little bit. If you add some more accents, might be worth a try. Hey, yeah, I mean, that's it. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
I think what this track will shine will be with vocals.
Yeah.
And you know what I would love actually to be honest, a female, because I have all my tracks are with males,
It's interesting because I started looking for male voices a couple of years ago because I had all my tracks with girls, and I was like, no, I want a male, I want a guy singing. I really like the track. I like the vibe, and I think there's a lot of stuff already there. And I also like what you did for the breakdown, the wobbling pad, or however you want to call it.
Yeah. I think I got that from one of your packs.
Ah, here we go. I think we could, talking about this trancy approach, maybe go back a bit in time to these kind of lead sounds. They filter them up like a lot. They start from really low. See if we can add a little bit of trance vibe, especially for the build-ups where the filter goes, like opens up. It creates a super nice vibe, and then we could use those for the drops as well, but still with this progressive touch, the modern touch to it. I would say from next week on, we get into the production, like in details and everything. For this, maybe you can arrange it a little bit more and put in some ideas for the breakdown as you started already.
I'll have it complete.
This is just an idea. It's not finished.
I think when I heard it together with Yo, I was like, okay, you have to make the tempos different and maybe the groove is different. But here with Crazy, it kind of like fits. We should make a decision on which track you want to work. I like both ideas. I think they have both a good potential to create something really interesting.
I think Yo can be the first one.
Then let's start with Yo. I would suggest you put together maybe a rough arrangement, not the full arrangement, but more like a structure, which you think work. And maybe if you want to add some elements or ideas or let's say vocal chops or sounds, put it all in. And then next week we start working on the actual production. I think this is how we should start for this week. What do you think? Does it make sense?
Yeah. I think it's great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working on Yo.
Thank you so much.
I sometimes feel like this here is the best place in the world. And you know what's even better than that? Today is my birthday.
Du bist ja sweet.
Your idea about the track and what's your goal with it? What's your biggest challenge you think could be with this track?
The biggest challenge to find the right format for it, which means in terms of arrangement and creating a lively arrangement, some evolution. I love to flirt a little bit with the sort of like tech houseier influences of it. And I'm not quite sure about that. That's something that I would like to discuss with you, Thomas, that there is space for a really nice vocal, a female vocal hook. I already have a singer on my mind that I would like to use, a really talented one from my region here. Some vibey vocal with a really nice, super catchy hook. So that would be my dream.
You were talking about the arrangement, and right now I would say maybe there's 3 parts. The intro part, then you have this part where the drums stop and where the synth comes in, the bellish sound or whatever, and then you have the drop where the fat bass comes in, and this is like something, this is a real energetic part. And this is one of the approaches you can go. You have the music, and then you try to find someone who writes a top line or a song on top of the music, which already is there. And then you try to match the singer's ideas and what he or she is going to write with the music. And that's what Carsten's going to try. He has a singer he knows very well. He has worked with her already. And maybe you could pre-arrange the elements how you would see them. Give it a try. Make a 230, 250 version of the arrangement. That's pretty much for it today. Super. Bis dann. Ciao. You have to keep the interest of the listener throughout the song.
Yes.
So we have to make it interesting by highs and lows and creating kind of a flow. And I would love to see that going crazy, like the build up, like fat and then boom. And so you really wait for the drop. Another comment from my side for the bass, I would take out the sidechain. So either you automate it or you create copies of the tracks and put the bass in without the sidechain. Yeah. So now Carlo is working on the intro of the track. He's putting together all the sounds he needs and he tries to arrange them in the timeline. And this is how you actually build a track. Over the time, you arrange the elements, which we call the tracks or the instruments, and then you put them all together.
Wait, this is sounding really bad, actually. Maybe something like this?
Yeah. It's getting there, yeah.
I automate this. And I don't know, you think it's better cutting the heights or the lows?
I would start with no lows for the intro. I would even cut the lows from the bass. The full bass only comes in for the drop. And one thing, from bar 17 onwards, play the bass only, loop one bar of the bass. Don't play the full melody. It's just like doom, 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 doom. Instead of do, 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 do.
I'm losing control. I'm losing control.
What about using high pass filter for the drums and with a resonance? So you can, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So I automate this, starting from 0.
Yeah, so you can't hear it in the beginning.
Create automation clip. And where, okay.
I'm losing control. You're like
Yeah.
This should be good. Better than before. You want me to look for some drums? Some better drums or just...
Work on the arrangement and the drums. I would say we take it from there next week. Hey, see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
So just to explain, we're working on the build up before the drop, and this is always a part where you have to really play with the energy of the track. You're coming from the breakdown, from the vocal and the song part, you're going into the drop part, and you want to make it a nice transition, and you want to really build up the energy and lead into the drop, and that's what we're trying to create right now. Maybe make the energy come down a little bit before the build, and then take it up again, and then of course this is already super cool until how you go into the drop. We could maybe add some small elements to the drop to spice it up a little bit. For example, like a double clap, doon 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 bum bum. You know.
I know exactly what you mean. I have
2 bars. I mean, you could also try just to double the clap you're having already. You know, like just copy paste it.
I'll do that. So
left to the middle of the bar. I cannot show it to you. Exactly where the LEV7 electronic perk starts.
I'll beef it up when I'll beef it up.
That's it for today. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Good night. A good
You
evening.
too.
And speak soon.
Yo guys, what's up? It is currently 12:36 a.m. here in Beijing. I had classes today, you know, finished some homework. So planning to go work on some music right now. So the track that I'm working on, I'm supposed to try and get the arrangement together so that I could find a vocalist for it.
The first week of tennis season is over, and now we're at Undercurrent Audio for the track feedbacks. To my right, I have Thomas Gold. To my left, I have Matthias. We have Massimo on Zoom. And what we're going to do is listen to the 10 songs and just have a conversation about it and just see what's going on. So I hope that you guys enjoy and maybe take something from it.
I'm losing control. I'm losing control. I'm losing control. You're like a smooth operator.
I think Carlo has done a lot already. The first thing that came to my mind was like we need a new vocal for that because it's a vocal taken from I think it was Splice.
Yeah. I also I don't believe the space it's in. You know, it's just like a dry vocal that's just there. I'm losing it. It doesn't blend with the mix at all.
That's mostly what I thought. It doesn't sound too connected. I can hear the potential for sure.
Yeah.
I mean the first initial drop is pretty cool.
I like it very much. Nice groove. Really.
Maybe he should work a little bit on the sounds to make them a little bit more special, you know, like a little bit different. And he wanted to work on the drums as well. The main thing was like getting the vocal right and then take it from there.
Next track we have from Hans. Let's get into it.
that bass.
He has that intro, and then he just builds it up for too long, in my opinion. But like, it's not that he builds it up for so long; it's that it feels like 3 different songs, phrases, and phases, and then out of sudden you just get this bass. It's like, dude, you can make 3 songs with that, and they'd all be good.
Massimo.
It's too long. It's too long, and the atmospheric part is very nice, and then it comes in. It's nice too, but it's misses a lot in it before it comes to the drop. Huh?
Yeah. The vibe in the beginning, it's amazing.
Yeah.
When the bass, when it finally drops, it's also amazing. But like Massimo and like Dom said, it almost feels like a different kind of song.
They're working on a catchy phrase, a catchy vocal to actually get you through the whole arrangement, and we will shorten it, we will arrange it, but I think it's a great vibe, and I think the bass is really cool. And one other thing was the bass is a sample, and I told him to replay that sample, and we're working on that already.
Yeah, also this is like a sample, like when it drops, like he didn't play or program that.
The bass sound is a sample. Yeah, well, and he edited it, and he pitched it and transposed it.
But I mean, like, no wonder it sounds disconnected right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I actually sent him the channel strip setting of a sound for Massive, and he's gonna put that in. So I think that's cool. And the other stuff with the saxophone and the things, we just I think we have to rearrange them once we got the vocal. Once the vocal is there, this will actually make the track. Right.
It's right. With the vocal, everything will change.
So who's next? Leo.
All right.
Miami.
Yo, Massimo's vibing to it. What's your thoughts?
I love it.
One of the homeworks is to do the arrangement.
Yeah, I think that's all that's left is like vocal and mixing.
Yeah.
All that ear candy is already there.
But I think the sounds could be a bit more in your face, let's say the drop leads.
That's the only thing that I was wondering about the drop leads. Yeah. Could it be a bit more in your face?
I think with the sounds you can work with it. It's better to spend not too much time to do the layers and the mixing right now. He has to keep the flow like this and put some vocals in it or not. And at the end, we will push the lead sounds as much as possible.
That's a very good point in general, that people don't spend too much time on just trying to get this one sound ready, and then they lose focus on the whole arrangement. As you just said, rather keep the vibe going, make sure the whole story is told, and then you can, at the end, you can tweak the sounds. Who's next? Natalie.
Yeah. And everyone's like gritting their teeth
She already has a good idea about the arrangement, and she will put these ideas together for next week. That's her homework. I think there's a lot of potential if you, for example, work on the drums, like these tribal drums. If we replay them in a nice and bigger way, and then beef up the lead sounds, and then
put them in the drop, like some tribal drums in the drop.
Yes, and maybe do a part where you have a total contrast, and she has some ideas on that. It's not in the demo yet, but she played some stuff to me which could really work if you combine them. So that's actually what she's going to do with it.
It's so in demo mode. Like, I think like the biggest thing here is like to choose where you're going to go with it. Because she could like go totally Dutch with it and just get those super saws and just like A-B some anger fist off of it and like figure that out. Or she could like, I don't know, slap some Barong family vibes on there. I don't know. It's
that's what happens in the mind of the producer at the end. So she has a kind of like a certain like vision of the track, and the task for her is now to realize that vision, to put it into something which we can listen to. But we're going to help her with that, and it's going to be interesting.
And it takes time.
Yeah. Number 5, Len, the beginning.
Or was this only the beginning?
Boo, 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 boo. The sound is kind of mono. It's like super analog vintage.
Oh, this one? I didn't notice, but almost like a syncing thing or pulse width, like that kind of sound.
Yeah.
Moving.
Not really sure what I should do.
Definitely 80s inspired.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Super catchy. He should go like doom maybe for this drop, like starting with a trio.
Oh, he has the kick like high passing as it goes. It's a little heavy, you know.
But I told him maybe use more of the hot kicks actually, even more of those, to make it less EDM big room, but more like hardstyle together with the rest. And I think it's super catchy.
Yes. That's exactly what I think about this track. Like a hardstyle kick bass, and in it sounds really really cool. And the 303 in it, it's a 303 as well. It sounds like finished. And the vocals, what he did his own vocals? Or?
No, he got them from somewhere. I don't actually remember where he got them from, but we'll figure that out. But as you just said, the acid part of the 303, I suggested or I asked him, can you do more of it in the song, or maybe make like a filter movement with it, so people can really get into this groove, because this is something everybody says like, wow, that's cool. And it's a nice combination of the big room. Kind of hard style approach a little bit, but then as
like that kind of like the breakdown with the da 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 da, like the hands in the air moment, then it builds up and it comes down into like minimalistic acid. Because that would be so in style. Because like hard style is like more minimal lately. Yeah, maybe like one of those rolling basses.
Oh, I think that could definitely
maybe for the second drop.
That's a very good idea.
We were thinking of either having like doom like psytrance kind of like rhythm, or maybe like a rolling bass. That would be also good, but consistent throughout the sounds, because the acid track, the acid part is just coming in for once. Maybe you can.
I feel like you could use like a transient master on his kick. Because it's like the sub is super, like the punch is from the high end and the sub like, but there's not that.
Okay, good point. So we work on that. Cool.
Fancy Floss.
All right, from Japan.
His music, especially Fancy, like when I listen to his melodies, it always makes me feel like inspired, like I can do anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Nice.
Catchy.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Nice, very nice.
It's like, oh, right here.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really touches you already, right? I started the vocal finding process already, but apart from that, you just mentioned it, the snare roll, for example, can come in slow.
Like in the beginning.
There's like a reverse cymbal coming in, like a bit, like
an impact leading up to that. And
it's a good idea.
And we worked on that on the fly already during the session.
Cool.
But it's a colorful, beautiful track. I think it needs to be a little bit more edgy, because it's kind of soft and smooth. The drop could hit harder. Maybe like an aggressive mid bass line.
I actually talked to him about this during our session. Because I told him like the world building's there. It's just like that mixing, the kind of way you want to present everything. And I told him to like start using more transient designers and stuff, so that he was worried because he likes that pleasant, smooth sound of progressive house. So he didn't want everything to like cut through really sharp, like some of the slap house stuff now. So at least when I was talking to him, I told him, hey man, like just use the transient designers when you're mastering. So like it cuts through, but then you still get that nice warm sound at the end. Because you know how the limiter like cuts off the... So
do you just want to work out the transients?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to do that. Because I think that he would benefit. I don't know. What do you think, Massimo?
I think at the beginning it's missing like acoustic guitar or something like that. Maybe the chords behind to make a little bit more crispy sounds. The chords not on the lead sounds, but on the chords behind to make it sound a little bit more. It's my opinion too. More crispy, but that you don't hear it directly, but you feel it.
Cool. Nice one.
I like that guitar point.
The guitar point, we should get back to that and get him a guitar on that. Yeah, we'll discuss it with him. Next one, Mikey.
This has the funky thing going on. I can. When the super saws come.
Yeah. I'm still curious about the tempo, though.
Yeah.
Let's see where this goes.
What's he aiming for?
Yeah.
It's like slow tempo progressive house, maybe. I don't know how you want to call it. Or
Oh, I know this back.
we will replace that. Yeah.
No. I just think like he could focus, and then he'd have a good song. It's like there's nothing wrong about the ideas. It's just how he's presenting them that irks me. The big pieces, they make sense, but it's the little details. Like he has this weird almost tech house intro, but then all of a sudden he adds like that, and it's like, it just feels like if someone like threw Oreos into your salad. Like it's like sure, both taste great on their own, but like
there will be a new vocal, and I told him to make an arrangement which fits for the top line writers, so they can actually write something, and then we'll take it from there, and maybe clean up the song and get rid of stuff we don't need, as you just said. Maybe
just focus,
make it more like consistent, and maybe speed it up 1 or 2 BPMs.
Yes.
To give it
maybe that's the thing. Maybe he like gave me wrong expectations.
Yeah. A lot of good ideas, and we just have to like sort them and rearrange them. And
I think
there's gold in there.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Especially the drop. I have to say that it does it for me.
Yeah.
It's
it
really
has this festival attitude already.
It's just really good.
Cool. Nice one. Cool.
Man, you could do a whole festival set with these tracks.
We will do. Who's next?
We got Preston.
Preston.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Americanized Daft Punk.
Yeah. A lot of energy and vibe already.
Yeah.
Could be like a soundtrack to a TV show.
He's going for it.
Yeah, I mean it definitely has a soundtrack vibe to it, like a theme song. It's cool.
Wow.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
So nice.
He's doing the guitars himself. He's a guitar player actually. He used to play in a rock band and stuff, and drums and everything.
And you can totally hear that.
Yeah. And it has a great vibe, right?
It sounds like he didn't just throw sounds at it because it sounded good. It sounds like he made a decision every time.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And it's funny to me. It almost sounds like this song was written on the guitar. and I love it because it has a very organic feel.
Cool. Nice one. I think that was a good first. I mean, we're pretty far for week 1. I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yo, that was 10A Season, episode 1 of season 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We showed you a little bit of our producers, and in the next episode you will see how we continue the coaching, how they evolve their tracks, how they develop everything, and you will get more insights into their own lives and how the story goes. So don't miss episode 2 of 10A Season. If you like this episode, make sure you like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. You follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you can always check out our website for additional content.